How about that 929 Northern Utah calling CQDX 362, UDX 362 Knoxville, Tennessee, calling 929 Northern Utah.
I hear that legendary Fox man out there. 338 Florida.
Hey, what's up? Who's that? Is that Creeper out there?
West side, that's for sure. Enjoy your weekend. Go take care for me. Put it on here in a little bit. California 515 around Sacramento.
Hey, who's calling the Fox man? 929, you're smoking at 30 pounds tonight. I got my beam point 290 tonight, but sounded good out there tonight. I'm on the old Cobra 139 with the 4-element beam today, but sounded good out there, 929 in Northern Utah. This is UDX-362 Foxman waiting back in Knoxville, Tennessee.
I just picked up this radio feed. Good evening, Fox man. Just got a lot of activity out here tonight.
So what part of Northern Utah? You up in Hooper, Utah, or Salt Lake City? Is that Creeper?
I'm in Hooper.
Okay, Creeper, how you been doing up there? How's things doing up in Northern Utah tonight?
Doing good. Just a little bit cold out.
Yeah, about 4 days ago we had 8 degrees in Tennessee. It's kind of a different cold here, but we have a moisture cold compared to Utah. It's usually like a dry cold. Have you guys got any snow yet up there so far?
We had some snow, but it's not sticking.
Oh, it's one of those warm seasons type spells. I know what they are. We had that back in Utah back in 2013 when it was not much snow back then. No, it was like in 2015 over there. The worst snowstorm I've seen was in 2013 when it was -5 in Pleasant View and -13 down in Ogden, Utah.
When are you going to move back to Pleasant View?
Not right now, because I told you what happened to my dad back in Utah when you worked at Hillfield Air Force Base for about 12 years there.
I guess you hear me. 7111, 3308 West Coast, man.
You got walked over, 9229 up in Utah. You got walked over. I hear you out there.
Brother, you're in there. I remember you saying something about that.
929, you still there in Utah? I can hear you out there, 362 Knoxville, Tennessee, waving back. How about 929, you still there? This is UDX-362 calling out there. I hear you out there. Are you still there out on the radio? Hey, 929, you still there? How about 929, you Northern Utah calling CQTX? This is UDX-362 Knoxville, Tennessee. We lost you there. I hope you're out there just right now. We were talking a few seconds ago. Alright, 929, I'm going to let you go. Thanks for the contact. We'll make it again out there, Creeper. We were talking a few minutes ago, and then someone got hammered on top of you, about 4 or 5 stations on top of you. But I hope I'm making the trip out there tonight from Knoxville, Tennessee. This is UDX-362 waving on back to 929 Creeper up in Hooper, Utah. I hope we make it the contact again soon. That was the guy, I talked a while back.
Hey, Roger that. Take care. Have a good weekend. 3308 West Coast, standing by.
We'll put 929 out there. And I'll tell you who he is. That was 929. We'll get him a content. But only my mom will move back to Utah if she gets breast cancer again. That's what you need to tell Creeper about that. I forgot to tell him about that. That's the only thing that will happen if it ever happens again. So it's one of those warm spells. We lost 929 just a second ago. I'm sorry about that, 929. If you were watching this video, the only thing, only when we move back to Utah, things get worse. I know. I don't know how it's going to be like in the future, but I think Utah would be the last choice in case the future happens. It'd be great. But if my mom gets breast cancer again, if it happens the second time, that's when she'll go back to Utah for real. That hospital in Ogden I talked about a while back. But you know what happened back then. This is the same way I talked to Creeper back in 2019. This was the one I talked on way back then with that silver antenna. But that's the only thing if I move back to Utah and my mom gets breast cancer again. That's the only thing when it happens. Just tell Creeper that. And I'm doing a lot better skiff here on the East Coast. Let me tell you. Creeper's missing all the stuff. He was on the East Coast. He would be making contacts every day. But in Utah, it's one of the hard contacts once in a while. But it does get out there. But I'm telling you, Utah is one of the hard places to skip. And Southern California is the best skip. You got to go around and try out different areas. But if you're on the East Coast of the United States, I know Wagon Master will be going all over the place with skip. Trust me. It's very different compared to where I lived there, but you gotta understand. Creeper has said, I'll talk to Creeper again on the radio again soon. But this is the guy I talk on a Bullfang radio with FRS radios, and we're like 30 miles away, between 20 miles. And I was on the benches at my own QTH, and we were talking on FRS radio and doing the Cobra 139 at the same time. I went outside to talk to him. He has an FRS radio. This guy has 929 is Creeper. I talked to him way back then, because I was telling you guys that's Creeper, and I've talked to him a few times because he has to understand what happened. I had to stay off the radio for those 2 years after that 2019 when I was helping my mother doing the house and stuff like that. That's what happened, Creeper. That's what happened in 929. That's what I was doing when I moved out of Utah in 2021 to Tennessee. So we'll make that contact to 929.
Skybanger, Phoenix, Arizona. Now 68 degrees in the water. The air temperature's about 70.
So we made the trip to 929. Maybe we'll get him into UDX Club, but maybe Wagmaster can use talk to me. It's okay, but we'll talk again. He always been telling me to go back to Utah, but well, my sister might go visit back to Utah for a friend. She's probably going to go to see someone's wedding in a couple, I think 2 or 3 years from now. She has to fly in. Maybe it's something will be quite good. Maybe Wagmaster will drop some few things for me. I don't know. I have to find that out. Because my sister has some friends in Utah too, from high school. And from high school when she used to go to back then. Creeper, I'm just telling you, that's the only thing that will happen if I move back to Utah. If something happens to my mother, she gets breast cancer. That's the only happen. Not right now, but you have to understand, there's a lot of things on my plate right now here, where I'm at in Tennessee. You guys, and everybody told him about this because my dad had that stroke back then. This just happened right out of thin air. It's a very long story, and I'm sure 390 will tell him on the radio when he gets some time, but don't worry, Creeper. We'll make a contact again. That was a pretty good contact, 3,000 miles away. Not bad all the way to Utah. It's one of those hard stations you get on the skip in Utah, because that's why I grabbed Utah a lot, because I know how these skips were like when I used to do it there. And I always shout out the mic, and sometimes you get out, sometimes you don't. And Utah is one of the hard places to get skips. Sometimes you get out skips all the time, but believe me, I've been getting skips all over the place, no problem. So thanks to Creeper 929 out there in northern Utah up in Hooper, but we made a great contact today. These LD lights have been rocking good. Believe me, this is the same radio we talked on a while back on channel 6 on AM. Me and Creeper did that, and he was on a tower, and he was on a striker. He was on a different radio back then, and I talked to him on FRS radio. He wanted to try it out. And that's probably wants to try his FRS radios, knowing him. Maybe Wagmaster do some FRS tests out with Creeper. That'd be good. That's what he wants to do. And believe me, maybe we'll make that contact on the radio again on Skip here. But I'm sorry about that. But we'll go back to Utah and we'll get some time. Not right now, but only if something really serious happens. But my sister's supposed to go back to Utah to do a visit, to come back here again. I don't know when, but I heard about this a couple of days ago. She's supposed to go see some friend at a wedding or something. I don't know, maybe she'll pick up some things in Utah. It would be nice. They need, I'm just telling you, Creeper 929, they definitely need a Desert Industries out here on the East Coast. They need to put one in Knoxville, Tennessee. Believe me. A lot of the poor people will love this stuff. Believe me. Those Mormons need to put one of their stores out here, their DDY. And that's what I'm saying. But I'm telling you, Creeper, thanks for the contact again today. We'll make it a contact again. And I'll probably record it on live stream or probably do off stream. But this is the guy I talked to way back then. He was a local guy to me. And we had Creeper, I talked to him way back in 2019 when my dad was having the stroke. This was back in October or somewhere that time. I have the logbooks I wrote down a while back when I made that contact on the same radio. And this is actually better improved than the last time in 2018. You have to understand about that Pleasant View stuff because they have all those HOA kind of crazy shits. And I'm telling you, you don't want to live in HOAs here. I'm going to tell you, if I was Creeper, he should go live up in Brigham City if I was him. He'll get a better bounce off the positions. But Hooper's pretty good direction because he's got the salt water there on the Great Salt Lake. That's why he's getting better skips out there, further away from the mountain, and he's shooting over the mountain, the Wasatch Front. To me, that's what it is. But I think this guy, Creeper, should get a bigger antenna system. He needs to go higher on the elements. Then we can make contacts to Utah all the time, and we probably could send little text messages over the radio. We could do that, or something like pictures and stuff. Nothing personal. You can do a lot of great on CBRIP. Trust me. As long as you got a phone and you can send it with a sound wave. You can send about anything through the C radio as long as you have a headphone and good microphone transmit. You can do like SST scans on this radio. You can do it, even text messages. Believe me, there's a whole lot of game you can do with this thing. This is just a lot of stuff, but if you're on sideband, you'd be perfect. When you're talking to someone, you can send a QSL card in a second. If it didn't fade out the skip, you might just pull it off in a few seconds. Yes, you can do it. Usually you can send it off like 30 seconds with a fax to somebody if they have one of these apps on their phone. Even the Rob 66, the Rob 64, and the other one they have, you can do it in 10 seconds. It'll take not that long, and you'll be able to get it. You can send things like that, as long as it's not personal numbers and stuff. Oh, you can do that. So thanks for coming out here, Creeper Tay 929 Northern Utah, up in Hooper. And I'm telling you, 929 Creeper, Foxman 362, waving back to you, UDX-362. Have a good day. We finally got you on video. We'll make it again soon. But that was a good contact from that far away. Only 30 miles. I used to live north of him. So I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for the contact, 929 Creeper and Hooper. We'll make it again soon. And I hope you get out there on the airways and we talk. I'll catch you later. And then we got out with this Cobra 139 today to up near Hooper, Utah. Not bad. Not bad today, but he's out in the countries of Utah. That's what it is. He's in the right place. So, catch y'all later. Thanks for the video out there. I'll wave out to 929 Creeper out there. I'm sure Wagmaster will talk, and all the guys in Salt Lake City Valley will talk to him real soon. And that striker is doing good out there today. It is booming. So I'll catch y'all later. We'll bring out some more videos soon. This is UDX-362, Foxman 362, World Radio on YouTube. And that was a great contact to Creeper. I talked to him a few number of times, even on the Quad 5 and other things like that. And it's not the first time, but this was good conditions tonight on that. And I hope we get some better conditions real soon.